Scotland, a land of breathtaking beauty and ancient history. These stories are more than just fireside tales. They shape the identity, the humor, the heart of its people. From rolling hills shrouded in mist to the dark depths of Loch Ness, there's a palpable sense of mystery here. So gather round, dear viewers. Let the peat fire warm you as we delve into the heart of Scottish folklore and explore 15 tales that will chill you, thrill you, and leave you utterly enchanted. Our first tale takes us to the edge of the loch, where the water laps gently against the shore. But beware, for danger lurks beneath the beauty. This is the domain of the Kelpie, a shape-shifting water spirit as alluring as it is deadly. Imagine a magnificent horse, strong and sleek, its coat shimmering like moonlight on water. But the Kelpie's intentions are far from noble. It's said that those who succumb to the Kelpie's charms are doomed, for once you're in its grasp, the Kelpie will plunge into the depths of the loch, dragging its unsuspecting victim down, never to be seen again. So, traveler, be wary as you wander by the water's edge. Ah, Nessie, perhaps the most famous resident of Scotland, though her existence remains a tantalizing mystery. Loch Ness, vast and deep, shrouded in mist and legend, has drawn adventurers and dreamers for centuries. It's said that beneath those dark waters something stirs. A creature of immense size, its long neck reaching up from the depths, sending ripples across the still surface. But Nessie, if she exists, guards her secrets closely. Nessie embodies the mystery and allure of the unknown, reminding us that there are still wonders in this world that defy explanation. The crashing waves of the North Sea hold many secrets, and amongst the rocky shores where the salt spray kisses the land, dwell the Selkies, creatures caught between two worlds. Imagine a seal, sleek and graceful, gliding through the waves. Now picture it shedding its skin, transforming before your very eyes into a human being. Often, tales of the Selkies are tinged with a bittersweet sorrow. A fisherman might stumble upon a hidden cove, finding a beautiful woman weeping, a sealskin cloak hidden nearby. They marry, build a life together, but the sea always calls to a Selkie. And one day the fisherman discovers the truth, his heart breaking as his beloved returns to the waves. Chapter 4. Tam O'Shanter, A Wild Night's Ride. Let's turn to the words of Scotland's bard Robert Burns and his iconic poem Tam O'Shanter, a tale of Tam, a farmer fond of drink, staying out too late. Picture a stormy night, the wind howling. Tam, merry with ale, rides home on his steed Meg. He stumbles upon a ruined kirk filled with dancing figures, witches whirl and caper, led by a striking witch named Nanny. Tam flees, their laughter and hooves close behind. Chapter 5. The Blue Men of the Minch, Guardians of the Deep. Between the Scottish mainland and the Outer Hebrides lies the Minch. Amidst the churning waves we encounter the Blue Men of the Minch. Blue-skinned figures, their eyes glowing, rise from the waves. These are the Blue Men, guardians of the sea, challenging sailors with riddles. Answer wrong and they'll drag your ship down to the depths. Chapter 6. The Fairy Flag of Dunvegan, a banner of hope and mystery. On the Isle of Skye, perched atop a rugged cliff, stands Dunvegan Castle, home to the clan MacLeod for centuries, and within its walls, carefully preserved, lies a relic of great power and mystery, the Fairy Flag. This silk fragment, faded with time, is said to possess magical properties. Legend has it that it was gifted to the clan by the Queen of the Fairies herself, a token of her affection for the clan chief. It's said that the Fairy Flag has the ability to grant victory in battle, to heal the sick, even to multiply food in times of famine. Chapter 7. Sawney Bean, Terror in the Caves. Now, for a tale that will chill you to the bone, a story whispered in hushed tones, a dark stain on Scotland's history. This is the legend of Sawney Bean, the cannibal of Benane Cave. Imagine the rugged coastline of Galloway in the 16th century. Travelers disappear without a trace, their belongings scattered on lonely roads. Hidden within the depths of Benane Cave, it's said that Sawney Bean and his clan, a brood born of incest and darkness, lurked. They preyed on unsuspecting travelers, dragging them into their lair where they met a gruesome end. Chapter 8. The Bauban Sith, beauty with a fatal embrace. Beware, gentlemen, the allure of the unknown, the seductive whisper of danger, for Scotland's folklore is rife with creatures who prey on the unwary, and none are more beguiling, more deadly than the Bowburn Sith. Imagine a moonless night, the heather rustling softly in the breeze. A lone hunter stalks his prey, his mind on the thrill of the chase. And then beneath a silver sliver of moon, he sees her. This is the Bowburn Sith, a fairy of the Highlands, and her beauty is a trap, a prelude to a fate far worse than death. Chapter 9. The Gilly Dhu, Guardian of the Forest. But not all of Scotland's mythical creatures are harbingers of doom. Deep within the forests, cloaked in shadow and dappled sunlight, dwells a being of a gentler sort, the Gilly Dhu. Imagine a child, lost and alone, tears streaming down their face, the forest pressing in on all sides. The shadows grow longer, the trees whisper their secrets to the wind, and fear tightens its grip. But wait, what's that rustling in the undergrowth? A figure emerges, cloaked in moss and leaves, its face hidden in the shadows of a hood. This is the Gilly Dhu, the spirit of the forest, and he means no harm. Now let's journey back in time to the 13th century, to the borders of Scotland, where history and legend intertwine. It's here we meet Thomas the Rhymer, a poet and prophet, a man touched by the other world. Imagine a young Thomas, resting beneath the Eildon tree, his mind awash with words and melodies. The air shimmers, the light takes on an ethereal quality, and before him stands a vision of breathtaking beauty. It is the Queen of Elfland, her eyes sparkling with magic, her voice a melody that sets his soul alight. When he returns, bearing the gift of prophecy, he finds that 7 years have passed in the blink of an eye. Robert the Bruce, King of Scots, a warrior, a leader, a man who knew both victory and defeat. His story is one of courage, resilience, and an unwavering belief in his destiny. Imagine Bruce hiding in a cave, his spirits low after a crushing defeat at the hands of the English. He's lost his castles, his lands, his confidence shaken. As he contemplates his next move, his gaze falls upon a spider diligently spinning its web. Time and time again, the spider tries to bridge a gap, its silken thread falling short. But the spider doesn't give up. It tries again and again, its persistence unwavering. Inspired by this tiny creature's determination, Bruce rallies his troops, his spirit reignited. Let's journey now to the rugged, windswept Shetland Islands, where the North Sea crashes against dramatic cliffs and the air is thick with salt spray and legend. Here, amidst the stark beauty, we encounter a creature both familiar and strange, the Wulver. Imagine a figure silhouetted against the twilight sky, its form both human and wolf-like. This is the Wulver, a solitary being covered in short brown hair, its face resembling a man's, but with the piercing gaze of a wolf. But fear not, for the Wulver, unlike the werewolves of legend, is a benevolent creature. He roams the wild places, a protector of the weak and vulnerable. Chapter 13. The Grey Man of Ben Macdui, a spectre in the mists. Let's lace up our hiking boots and venture into the Cairngorms National Park, to the slopes of Ben Macdui, the second highest peak in Britain. Be warned, for the air grows thin, and the mists hold more than just secrets. They whisper of the Grey Man. Imagine the summit shrouded in mist, an eerie silence hanging in the air. You've conquered the climb, the wind whipping at your face, but a shiver runs down your spine that has nothing to do with the cold. And then, through the swirling grey, you see him. This is the Grey Man, a harbinger of misfortune, they say, a creature of the mists, rarely seen but never forgotten. Chapter 14, The Stone of Scone, Destiny Carved in Stone. Let us delve into the heart of Scottish history, to a relic steeped in power and legend, the Stone of Scone, also known as the Stone of Destiny. For centuries it played a pivotal role in the coronation of Scottish kings, a symbol of their divine right to rule. Imagine the ancient kings of Scotland, standing on this sacred stone, its rough surface beneath their feet as they were crowned. It was more than just a rock. It was a conduit to their ancestors, a tangible link to their heritage. Today, the Stone of Scone rests in Edinburgh Castle, a silent witness to centuries of history, its true origins and powers still shrouded in mystery. Chapter 15. The Clutha Vaults, Ghost Spirits and Stories in the Pub. Our final tale takes us to the heart of Glasgow, a city steeped in history. Nestled amongst those bustling streets lies the Clutha Vaults, where the line between this world and the next is thin. Inside, the pub is warm and inviting, filled with laughter, clinking glasses, and traditional music. They say the Clutha Vaults is haunted by the ghost of a sailor. So if you ever find yourself in the Clutha Vaults, raise a glass to the unseen world. And so, our journey through the misty glens and haunted castles of Scottish folklore comes to an end. But the stories, they linger, don't they? Whispered on the wind, reflected in the depths of a loch or shared around a crackling fire. Scotland's folklore is more than just tales of monsters and magic. These stories connect us to the past, reminding us that the line between the natural and the supernatural is often blurred. Which legend captured your imagination? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into the fascinating world of folklore.